Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Janey Cline. She's the Family and Consumer Science Agent in Hart County. Good morning, Janey.
Good morning, Kristi.
Janey, drying apples is a wonderful way to extend their life. And today you are going to talk to us about maybe the best way to dry apples.
Yes, there are a lot of ways to dry apples, but one of the best ways to me is to get a dehydrator. You can dry them in the oven, but it takes a lot of energy, and also, you're heating your house up and that type thing. You can also dry them in, like outdoors in the sun, and but like I mentioned, you're risking, insects and that type thing. So a dehydrator is an awesome investment. It doesn't take that long. You'll just simply slice those apples, and a good mandolin is a great thing to be sure that you get the consistency. They're all the same size and that type thing, and so that they dry evenly. And just put them in there for a little bit. Soak them in maybe some lemon juice or orange juice or something like that, and they make a great snack, or just an apple pie. Fried apple pie, a cake, there's just so many things that we can use for the apples.
You're making me hungry, Janey. Now, you mentioned the mandolin. Now, that is a kitchen tool that many people know, but for anyone who doesn't know, can you explain what it is?
Should have brought one on camera. It actually is just a slicer, basically, but it's just a slicer for a home kitchen, not a commercial type slicer. You just simply, run it over the blade, and it just slices them very thin, or, you can do whatever thickness you want. So run around less than $20, but you can pick one up at your big box store.
Yeah, they're a great addition to have in the kitchen. Now, Janey, what are the best apples we can use for drying?
Well, Gala and Fuji are probably the best, but also Golden Delicious is a great one. At Honey Crisp is another good one. If you're not as fond of the sweetness, maybe you like a little bit of tart, you can do a Granny Smith, and it dries as great as well.
Now, once we dry our apples, how should we store them?
You can store them in a, just a mason jar that you can with. You can also put them in maybe a, just a plastic container. Just make sure that it's airtight. You don't want them to get so much air that they'll mold. But, hopefully you've dried them enough that that moisture is out of that apple, so you won't have any issues with that.
Janey, how can we use our dried apples?
Well, we spoke a little bit about a few minutes ago that we could put them in pies and cakes, and in fried apple pies, and just as a snack. But when we're using when we're eating those snacks, we need to think about, a dried apple, it has a lot more concentration of sugar. So, where you could probably eat a lot of fresh apples, you're not going to want to do that. It's going to contain more calories, if you're eating 10 slices versus if you ate 10 slices of a fresh apple that has all that water in it and hasn't been evaporated out.
Right. They're a great snack, but definitely something to keep in mind as we're popping them into our mouths. Now, Janey, if someone has questions or would like to know more about how to dry apples, how can they get more information?
Well, be sure to contact your extension office, because we have all kinds of publications and recipes and that type thing. So be sure to reach out to the extension office in your county, and they will be glad to help you out. I will mention that some of the counties actually have checkout programs where you could check out a dehydrator, just for a day or two, and practice on it. So just be sure to call your extension office to see what's available in your county.
All right, Janey, thank you so much for being with us today. It's always great to see you. If you are watching and would like more information, be sure to contact your local extension office. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.